Shalom, this is Levi Shore. Welcome back to Sweet Good Torah. Okay, so how can sports improve our tefillah, improve our prayers? Crazy question. All right, let's go into Pirkei Avos for a second. Let's see what Ben Zoma has to say. So we're going to Perek Revi, the fourth Perek, the fourth chapter of Pirkei Avos. It's sometimes called the Ethics of Our Fathers. It teaches a lot of Musar. So it says, Ben Zoma, Omer. Ben Zoma says, Ezehu Chacham, who is a wise man? And he says, Halomed Mikol Adam, someone that learns from everybody. Someone learns from everybody. And Shnei it says in Tehillim, it says in the Psalms written by David HaMelech, King David, in Kuf Yud Tes, it's 119, Psalm 119. He quotes the pasuk, Mikol Milamdai His Kalti. From all of my teachers, I gained wisdom, I gained intelligence and understanding. So what does that mean, all my teachers? So it means we can learn things from everybody. Of course, like from the great Rebbeim, from Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe our teacher, Moses our teacher, from Rashi, from Rabbi Akiva, from Rashbam, Rambam, all the greats, all the great Gedolim from all the generations. Chofetz Chaim, I don't want to leave anyone out, but I'm leaving everyone out. The Vilna Gaon, so many great Rebbeim that we're learning all this beautiful Torah from. But we can learn things. We can learn things like we can learn certain mitos from the animals, and we can learn certain things from what other people are doing. If someone's doing something good, learn it. And if someone's doing something bad, learn how not to do it. So we can learn from everybody. But sports can teach us an important lesson, and I see it's something that we really need to work on in tefillah, in davening, in prayer. When we're davening for minyan, so we can learn teamwork and passion for the game, and it's really something we really got to strengthen. So one thing is so important that when we're doing tefillah, when we're davening with a minyan, we have to answer amen, loud and strong. And you see in sports, there's this concept that in baseball, for instance, like people, it's day in, day out. It's the mass meet. It's like every day they're doing it. In baseball, you got to be rugged. You got to be tough. You have to show up every day to the ballpark and play. And so too, 3 times a day, we have to show up to the basic Knesses, to the shul. We have to show up to the Beis Midrash, the yeshivas, and 3 times a day we're davening with a minyan. We're with our team, and we're davening and we're pleading to Hashem to give all of Klal Yisrael, all the Jewish people, what we need, and we're also praying for all the world for what they need. So when we do the repetition of the Shemona Esrei, when we do the 18 blessings, there's actually 19. We added the other one. But the Anshe Knesset Hagadol, the men of the Great Assembly, which included such men as like Mordechai from Purim, Mordechai and Esther, Mordechai was part of it. And the last 3 of the Nevi'im, the last 3 of the prophets, we had Chagai and Zechariah and Malachi. And Malachi, the Gemara says, is Ezra. So we have all these great, and Shimon HaTzadik, the 120 men in the Great Assembly that set up this beautiful davening for us, and they gave us this amazing nusach of the text of the Shemona Esrei and all the davening. And it's very important when the Shliach Tzibor, when the person leading the prayer, leading the davening, when he does the repetition of the Shemona Esrei, we should all be loud and together. And when we say Hashem's name, Baruch Hu, Baruch Shemo, blessed is He, blessed His name, and all of us should be like passionate and into this. Like every day, the baseball player, he goes out and he plays hard every game, and they say, don't leave anything on the field. And 3 times a day, we're davening with the minyan for Shachris, for Mincha, for Mariv, and we should not be leaving anything on the field. And we're getting close to the time of the Gula, and we should be really getting together loudly, Amen, and Baruch Hu, Baruch Shemo, and in the Kaddish, Yechei Shemei Rabbah. We should always sing this loud and together. And how many minyans have we all been to? And everyone's like, and not even everyone's answering Amen, and not everyone's putting the passion into it. And also, we learned from football. Like football, they prepare all week for that one game on Sunday. And that should be how we treat the Yom Tovim. We don't have the Yom Tovs, all the time. We don't have Pesach, Passover, and Shavuos, and Sukkot, and Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot. We don't have these Yom Tovs all the time. And before these Yom Tovs come, we should be preparing like that football team is preparing, for the big game on Sunday. We have the big Chag coming up, and we should be preparing for it. And we can learn these great lessons. But when you watch these professional athletes, they are really putting their all into it, and they're working together, and they're passionate about it. And we should be just as passionate, if not more passionate, in our tefillah and our davening. We're doing incredible things. When we're saying that Shemona Esrei, we're bringing real bracha, real blessing into the world. I mean, we're asking for like that Hashem brings, rain to the world so that the crops are good and so the economies of the world are good and people have plenty of food to eat and there's no famines and there's no we're fighting against people trying to charge outrageous amounts of money for food. I mean, this is Tikkun Olam. This is it, the tefillah. We're asking Hashem, bless the year, make it a good year. We're asking, take, refuah for healing for illness. Let's all together. Let's put passion in this. Let's start fighting against disease in the world. Let's start fighting for healing. I mean, we're asking for Mashiach. We're asking for honest, good judges, shoftim like we used to have. This is so important. A very upright, based in a court system that really, chases after justice, chases after, tzedek and, tzedakah and mishpat. Like kindness and charity and true honest judgment. And we need this in the world. We're praying for things that the world desperately needs. And we got to look at what these professional athletes are doing. These guys are training hard. They're working every day. And they're really going out there and leaving it all in the field. And just as Yitzhak davened in the field, we're going to see soon in the Parsha, we got to leave it all out in the field. We got to come in strong with these Shemona Esreis and strong as a minyan. And we need to get stronger with the Amens and stronger with answering Kaddish. I mean, this is so important. We can bring so much bracha into the world, and we can learn so much from what these athletes are doing, and we can excel, in our tefillah, and we can become world champions in tefillah. And what we're going to see is amazing bracha and blessing brought into the world. So it's interesting. So Bernard Malamud, I love this book. He's a Jewish author. I love this book, The Natural, he wrote. And they made a movie, I think it was Barry Levinson maybe directed, and it was Robert Redford who played Roy Hobbs. And it was such an amazing movie, and it was like this, the legend of the Fisher King, where the king's healthy, and he can bring great blessing, and the land's fertile, and everyone's happy, and everything's great. So he compared it when the baseball team is doing good in the city, the whole city's alive, and it has this ruach, and it's uplifting. And if even baseball can do that, lahavdil, think about if we really start diving into tefillah and Shemona Esrei and working together as a minyan. Think about the great blessing we can bring to all our cities and eventually all the world. So let's take a lesson. Let's see what Ben Zoma is saying. We can become a chacham by learning from everyone. Let's learn the great lessons that sports has to teach us, and let's bring that enthusiasm into tefillah and davening. And B'ezrat Hashem, we're going to see the Geula soon. Championship, the World Championship season, the Geula. Mashiach's bringing us home to the championship. Let's do it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you again soon on Sweet Good Torah.